Hi, I'm Gerry Rownan from the Workout down in Indooroopilly. As you know, we went underwater. As you can see, we're rebuilding. In the interim, our members need to keep fit and strong so that when we come back, you come back. What we're putting together for you is a little package of exercises that'll keep those things ticking over. Lunges, squats, dips, bracing. We'll add to it as the weeks go by to ensure that you keep active, keep your metabolism high, keep that fat down. We'll also discuss a little bit of how to keep your cardiovascular system ticking over. Some strategies you can put together just to keep your fitness levels up while we get back on track and the doors open. We're going to kick you off with the backward stepping lunge. So Bianca's going to step back on her right leg, sink in, brace, push through, come forward onto that front foot again. We'll keep it on the same leg, sinking through. A couple of things to note and to watch for. The position, don't go too far back, don't overstride. When you hit the bottom, next one we'll get to the pause. When you come to the bottom, the knee sits above the foot. You don't let the knee travel forward at the toes, and the knee, both ends, sits at 90 degrees. Keep it nice and strong, keep the core active, chest up, push through to the top for me. A couple more just to show them what it's like. Step back, brace, sink, breathe. Continue until you feel that good burn in the gluteals and quadriceps, or until you can't maintain your form and hold position while executing the exercise. That's the end point. Switch across to the other leg, and away you go. You should be able to get out between 12, 15, maybe even up to 20 repetitions before that happens to you. The easier alternative is a supported step back lunge. Here, use a chair back for added support. Step back, sink through, still 90 degrees on the knees, knee over the center of the foot at the bottom of the stroke. Right there, braced in, push through. So if you're losing a little balance, you need that extra help, chair back's for you. Again, continue until you feel that good burn in the quadriceps and the gluteals, or until you can no longer maintain good form while executing the exercise. Switch legs, move on to the next exercise. Our next exercise is a simple squat. Using a chair as a reference point, sink in, hips back, glutes touch. So you literally sit onto the chair and stand through. The important things here, you've got your feet roughly hip width apart under your body, toes slightly turned out. Chest up, abs braced, hips move back first, come into contact with the chair. You don't rest, you touch, and then stand back up. Strong movement, brace, push. A couple of things to watch out for. Transferring to one leg. So Bianca can do that in a minute. Mess up a couple for us. So sink in, whoop, like that. Transferring to the left leg, transferring to the right leg. Talking, bouncing up. Make sure it's nice and strong, nice and smooth. And continue until you get that good deep burn into the muscles where you can no longer hold your form, your shape, and your control. Just one other thing, make sure chin's tucked in, neck is nice and long. Always make sure the neck is nicely supported. And done. Our next exercise is a push-up. Now we've got an elevated platform for Bianca to use here. That makes it slightly easier than being on the floor. You can adjust that to your level, all the way up to above waist height if you want to, like a banister, tabletop, or a bench top. The important thing is, when you do the push-up, hands are outside shoulder width, and the chest comes down through the center contact point of those hands. So you sink in, chest to the center, brace hard, squeeze back into the bench or the chair to press back out of the movement. The core stays strong the whole time, and you form a plank from the shoulders to the heels. Whole body in, breathe out, whole body out. We're pushing Bianca here, this is good. See if we can get it to fail. One more. Sink, brace, breathe, neck long, neck long, neck long, neck long. Just started to lose it through the core, that's their end. Another option is for the dips, for the arms, and also a little bit of shoulder work. This is a slightly easier version with the feet fully grounded on the floor. Hips come forward just off the edge of the bench, and you sink down until you get a nice 90-degree angle. on the elbow. Brace in through the core, lift the chest, drive hard with the arms. If you struggle, you've got your feet that can help out a little bit. Push with the feet to help you to the top of the movement. And go until you can't maintain good form, or you find yourself at the bottom of the movement, unable to go anywhere, full stop. And bring it to the top, and back. A slightly harder version of the dip is to extend the legs out. Keep the knees slightly bent. That increases the load through the arms. Slightly bigger range of motion. Sink all the way through. 90 degrees on the elbows. Should be just making contact with the floor. Press back through. And continue until you cannot maintain good form, or you find yourself at the bottom of the stroke, unable to push up. Brace in, chest up, drive through and back. We're now moving through to the core. We'll start with not an easy exercise, but universally usable. It's called a brace, or a prone brace position. Bianca here is going to tuck her elbows in underneath the body, pull up through the belly button, contract around that midsection, and raise up to the knees. And you just hold that plank-like position, elbows to shoulders, shoulders to knees, for as long as you can. You start to feel it go. The pelvis starts to wobble, and you start to lose height and bow in around this lower back area. So you squeeze in, keep it tight, press up through the roof. Looking for 30 to 40 seconds minimum, 2 to 3 times. Alright, Bianca, have a rest all the way down. A harder option is to go all the way to the feet. So, same start position, prone, elbows tucked back under the body, pull up through the belly button, raise all the way to the toes. Looking for a flat line from shoulders to heels. Braced in through the abs, nice long neck, strong and solid. Keep it straight. Athletic performance here. This is a tough one. 2.5 minutes is your aim. It's a long time. Start with 30 seconds, build up as you can. Keep it strong, keep the airflow going. You've got to be able to breathe and maintain this position. Lock in, lift it through. And relax. That takes care of the metabolic side, the muscular side. We still have to talk about the cardiovascular system. Now it's important you get out between 200 and 250 minutes a week. You can do that various ways. Morning and evening walks in the cool of the day. If you've got a dog, your dog will love you forever. If you've got friends, get together with friends. Make it a little bit more of a challenge. We live close to Mount Cootha. Make it a challenge. Walk Mount Cootha in the morning. You've got all sorts of tracks. Possum track, peacock track. They all lead to the summit. 20 minutes up, 15 minutes down. Work on that side of things. If you own a bike, get it out, dust it off, scrape off the mud, take it around the river loop. As long as you're doing something and it's continuous, it elevates the heart rate to a moderate level, you'll get the benefit. And remember, between 200 and 250 minutes a week.